Hello, friends. This is Shamul here. Hope everybody is fine. So, what is happening in Afghanistan? It's a very disheartening and very sorry state of affairs what is going on in Afghanistan. Everybody is talking about Afghanistan, whole world is talking about Afghanistan. So, if you see the political leaders, American president, many leaders across the globe is talking about Afghanistan and giving very kind of a sympathetic statement. Whatever things are happening, it is a very bad, and very there feeling little kind of scared what is going to happen to the common people of Afghanistan. It's a really worrisome subject or matter for everybody. Being as a citizen of India, I am also worried equally. So taking the human ground in mind, so the humanity when it comes, so you might have little sympathy over it. So in childhood, I had a teacher. His name is Dukho Nibaron. So his name is Dukho means sorrow, sadness, and Nibaron means how to get rid of Dukho. Means it's the same name is having two parts. Same way in Afghanistan also one way is Dukho and another way everybody is trying to do the Nibaron part. So who is doing Nibaran and who is smiling and who is feeling bad about it, that is a question. The democracy is gone. Talibanization is coming into the picture. Talibans are coming. Very scary thing. Talibans. So who created Talibans? That is $1 million question, and probably that answer I will tell you after few minutes. My end of this my speech, I am going to talk about this Talibanization, what is happening. So before that, let me tell you what had happened to Afghanistan. It's a matter of concern. First of all, this thing was not created overnight, and it is created last 100 years. It is Afghanistan that has been used as a kind of a musical chair for many countries with their very kind of aggressive policies, starting from the British, then Russian, USSR, then Americans, now Chinese also putting their eyes. They are the main custodian of democracy who want to restore democracy in Afghanistan. So number 2 point is nobody is coming to Afghanistan just to have the dry fruits. So they have their vested interest that is known to everybody. The third point, globally everybody is talking about Afghanistan. If you see the print media, common people, either it is in Facebook, WhatsApp, print media, global leader, everybody is talking about what is happening in Afghanistan. So they are not critically analyzing that this thing has not been done overnight. This has been done generation after generation, and they have played with the sentiments of Afghans or the people of Afghans. They have created such kind of atmosphere today. The fourth point I want to tell you over here, the creation of Bin Laden and whatever the motive behind elimination of Bin Laden, that is known to everybody. The Americans, the kind of steps they have taken to eliminate Bin Laden, Whether this is a good or bad thing, I am nobody to judge. It is known to everybody. The point what I want to make it over here, why there is so much aggression towards certain countries, and this is nothing but interfering with some countries' internal atmosphere or internal matter. The fifth point is every country is free nowadays. Either you have a democracy, you have monarchy, or you have dictatorship, or whatever way they are managing it. No democratic country probably should not interfere with anybody's or any state's internal affair, the way they are running their country, whether it is in a bad way or good way. The fifth point, what I want to make it over here, we talk about American. In America, there are so much gun culture, so much violence. Every year, there are few lakhs of citizens with having guns. They openly fire. This gun culture is very much common. So they are not solving. Last 60-70 years, this culture is very much there. It is increasing. There are few millions Americans, they have died because of this gun violence. Nobody is talking about that part. What kind of democracy they are running, probably they need to understand at the end of the day. The sixth point, what I want to convey over here is this last 20 years, what Americans they are trying to do in Afghanistan makes things in order to bring democracy in order. They have spent trillions of dollars or billions of dollars. They are telling that so much money they have pumped into Afghanistan to bring democracy in order. Now the simple question is, how many university, how many college, or how many academic institute or they have developed for last 20 years? That data is not available. They have spent those money for their logistic purpose and various other activities. The seventh point, India government, I am very sorry to see the same parliament which was inaugurated by our Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, now it is occupied by these Talibanis. So it is a very, very kind of very sad thing. Same dais, Mr. Narendra Modi given a very emotional speech to restore the democracy and the democratic values and many other things. But what is happening? Same these Talibanis with gun they are sitting. My seventh point is from where those Talibanis or Afghanis, whatever way you say, from where they're getting those guns and ammunition. My eighth point is what you can see, very kind of horrific kind of a video that is coming out, that American plane is taking a lot of Afghanis, common people. The question remains unanswered that how those people get into inside the airport, number one, what kind of boarding pass they got it, from which country they are flying. So they are holding the tires. The first time in my life I could see the people are holding the tires of the plane and they are falling from the mid-air. That is quite surprising for me to see such kind of horrific kind of an image. So Americans possibly they lost control over the whole lot of things what is happening in Afghanistan. How they have flight took off from the ground, that is what I am not able to understand that thing. Now any country will be scared to send their flight to restore their people. They're taking back their country's people to their respective country if these things is happening. So So minimum law and order, if this is not there in Afghanistan, what is going to happen? I really wonder. My eighth limited point is here this Afghanistan ground was used by many countries. I told you it's a musical chair for their benefit. It's kind of an economic aggression for many reasons to destabilize the Southeast Asia and Arabian countries. That is very much sure, because oil is the main thing. The economy, all these cash-rich countries, to destabilize it, their intention is not to restore the democracy over there. They want to have those oil resources for their own country. That is for sure. My eighth point is what had happened to Saddam Hussein. How the Americans, they have eliminated Saddam Hussein, that is known to everybody. How Colin Powell, they have convinced UN. How Britain and America, they have attacked Iraq, and finally they have destroyed Iraq like anything. What is the total estimated death in Iraq because of this Gulf War? George Bush Senior and Junior, the American president, they have totally finished Iraq. What kind of democracy now in Iraq? Nobody is coming and seeing it. My ninth point is what about the elimination of Gaddafi? So in Libya, what made them to eliminate Gaddafi? 10th point is if you analyze 2000, 3000 years of history, you will understand how many years democracy was there. It is not even few hundreds years, but most of the time either it is ruled by monarchy, king, dictator, jamindar, many other things. So they have managed. So if 3000 years can be managed by those rulers or dictator or anything, what is wrong? What is there to improve democracy? And if anybody is managing their people, and if the people are happy, what is there to America or USSR or China for that matter, or the Britain to enter and interfere their internal affairs? That is not been understood. My 11th point is if you analyze 150 years history, starting from First World War, Second World War, Gulf War, those are very, very kind of artificially created to enrich their specific interest of for a specific country, their economic prosperity or many other things. Especially if you see the Second World War, the creation of Manhattan Project, bringing Einstein from Germany to Princeton University, Oppenheimer or Richard Feynman, all those great scientists, they are bringing and using them for Manhattan Project and creating atom bomb, finally discharging at Japan, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, killing close to 74 to 70 million of people. Nobody is talking about that part. It is the American aggression, that is what had happened during Second World War, and the Americans the most benefited. After that, they have entered into the nuclear energy, nuclear weapon business, hydrogen bomb, many other things, and many scientists refused to join those programs. In Oppenheimer is one of them, and they have thrown him out also. Those kind of very bitter days of world history or history of science, probably one can understand those things, the American policy. The American administration is so aggressive to fulfill their own interest and benefit that is known to everybody for last more than 100 years. The 12th point what I want to convey is why these Americans are not eyeing at the African countries, why only the Arabian countries. So, is it African country is also very wealthy, they have kind of mineral resources and diamonds, gold mining industry. Most of the industries are occupied by Britain, Americans, Australian, many other European countries, big industrialists they have occupied. Only thing is the Africans they don't raise their voice. That's why things are in a very good condition. When you raise your voice the way the Arabian countries are raising their voice, then there is a problem, because oil is the main resources and their intention is to capture those oil fields. That is what their economy, their interest is there very much over there. Friends, my 13th point, what I want to convey is Americans, they are telling that they have put billions of dollars to Afghanistan. Now my question is, how many college, university or academic institute they have developed? What is that quantification that is not known to everybody? If you see in terms, India government has done much better things. They have developed this parliament. At least they felt that if they are able to establish this thing, there will be a democratic way of functioning, and they have developed many hospitals, many structural things, building roads, many other activities India is doing. We had a very good relation. My 14th point is this American democracy and encroaching to some other countries and poking their nose sometime, it is too bad. If you observe last 30-40 years, if any American president visiting to India for any kind of dialogue or any business, they will definitely go to Pakistan. So first they will come to in India, they will shake hands with American president, then they will go to Pakistan, they will shake hands with Pakistani president or prime minister, then they will fly back to Washington DC. So this is quite interesting. This is nothing but to make sure their business in these Asian countries are intact, and this is a policy they have been doing it for last many years. My 15th point is now they are in trouble, their economy also in trouble because of this pandemic, many other issues. Their economy is scrambling, and for their internal pressure they want to withdraw from Afghanistan. So they have used Pakistan, they have used Afghanistan, they have been using many countries for their vested interest. Whenever they want to use it, they will use it and they will throw. That's use and throw policy. This is a very kind of American policy that is known to everybody. So finally they got Bin Laden in where? They got it in Pakistan only. So after elimination of Bin Laden, so the relationship is no more that much money is not been pumped in Pakistan or Afghanistan. Now they feel it's basically useless for them probably, so they are now withdrawing. My 16th point is this kind of American policies for many countries, what they are doing against Iran also, it is also too bad probably. There are many things like international atomic commissions are there, they are going to monitor the kind of activities, but when a specific country is targeting to a specific country, then it is too bad probably, and bad element and interfering with their internal whatever research and development they are doing it. So if any issues are there, one can definitely get into the international commission and bodies. Definitely they can raise their question. The American, they never do such kind of exercise. They have never ever done while probably attacking the Iraq, Saddam Hussein. Only they have convinced UN, and they have told they have the anthrax, and those anthrax that Saddam Hussein will be using for against the common people. So it's a very dangerous thing, and they could convince it. And finally, you know the history part, what had happened, friends. So, friends, my 16th point is Americans for last 40, 50 years they have used a very kind of silky air of airy route from India, Pakistan, and the same Pakistan is smiling now and they are supporting Taliban's. So it is interesting to note that who is supporting Taliban's, and they knew it for their own benefit. Probably they have nothing left only to support Taliban's, and the Taliban's is created by whom, directly or indirectly. I was talking about it is the American aggressive policy that is created Taliban's, and the Bin Laden is the creation of those kind of policies. If you really carefully watch the videos, whatever things are available in public domain, if you critically analyze whatever things he is speaking to safeguard their own Arab world, whether this is a bad thing and good thing, that is known to everybody. And I personally feel that they have every right to protect their nation, their Arabian world, their community for that matter. They have their voice, and the methodology probably they have taken, probably it's a wrong path, but the kind of policies done by those various countries in different time to time, that probably it had made them to make them very aggressive and desperate. That is what the American attacks, whatever things had happened, what Bin Laden has done, those things are not a good way of doing all those exercise. But the kind of tampering that is been done, or kind of temptation that kind of made by those policies different time to time, that probably one need to see that part carefully. My 16th point is, now each country is kind of free country. They have their own internal problem, development, population, many other things, various, this corona, all those things are there. They have their own crisis. It is better time had come each country to invest their own time, energy, and money for their internal development. For that matter, the nationalism or nationalistic kind of mentality has to be developed and charge the people of their respective country to do for their own country, for the betterment of their own country. That is what it is. My 17th point, what about the China? Now China is the biggest economy in the world. The way they are trying to come, and they are trying to put the base in Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and also in Ladakh border, whatever things they are doing, this is nothing but kind of an adventurism. That is what they are showing it. India government must take a note of whatever things that is happening, and this corona part, the origin of coronavirus, and the secret way of doing all those exercise, and that is not been proven yet, but it is known to everybody who is creating those artificial virus. Now my 18th point is, now nobody is worried about the nuclear war, because many countries they have the nuclear warheads. If at any given point in time, if any war takes place through the nuclear war route, probably the world will be destroyed in a few minutes. That won't take much time. Now this biological war is coming into the picture. Now who is sponsoring all those things, that is known to everybody, and nobody is speaking. Now humanity or human life, the common people are in danger. Nobody is talking about that part. Nobody is talking about this Chinese aggressive policies, what kind of research activities they are doing, what are the transparency, that is nobody is talking about. My 18th point is how our intellectual class has been used, how the Nobel laureates, especially in Nobel laureates in economic science, that is being used to propagate very wrong kind of philosophy, especially in India. This freebies concept, allowing all kind of refugee, either it is from Rohingya or from Bangladeshi, to open this floodgate and allow them to get in and giving shelter, those kind of humanitarian ground that is been showing, and that is also supported by those communists and other few socialists who feels that their heart that beats many times, so their emotional intellectuals has been used for do all kind of activities. In my opinion, India must look into this part and try to see there is no infiltration or nobody is coming. My 18th point, what about the population part? Any country thinks what is happening in Afghanistan, the total population is 7.5 millions, close to 75 lakhs. This much migrants or this much population, the refugee and all the people coming from Bangladesh and Rohingya, all those people are just 75 lakhs people living itself in Bengal and some parts of India. So those are the very kind of a dangerous thing and dangerous precedent that is allowing the local political system, state machinery they are using to bring them for their vote bank. They are not understanding. In 2002-3 data, it shows close to 2 crores people they are staying in India from neighboring countries, either Bangladesh or from Myanmar, all those people from Pakistan, Nepal, and all those people, like they are living in India, and last 20-30 years they are multiplying. Now if you see that the kind of number, now it is manifold, their multiplication rate is also much more faster. It's like a bacterial replication in 2 to the power n. So each family, if you see in Bengal, in many places like in the slum and all, if you really get into those people, each house is having a number of people living, and they are all coming from neighboring countries. See, this is a kind of a scary thing. So if you literally see at present state total population of India, close to, in 2019 data says it is 137 crores. Another 2 years probably, if you add up, it will be 141 or 42 crores. Out of that, if you really critically analyze, even though there is no data available, one can statistically analyze also. If 2002-3 data is 2.5 crores, now another 16-70 years, how many folds probably can be increased those population, and they are accessing our natural resources, job, various other activities, they are getting all kind of benefits. Even hypothetically, if you see, it is close to 4-5 crores people are living from the neighboring countries. If you compare in terms of population of Afghanistan, that is 75 lakhs. So the outsider, it is close to 5 times of Afghanistan's population. The outsider, they are living in India illegally. So those data are available in public domain. My 18th point, in India every minute close to 49 babies are born. I have been speaking for how many minutes now? It is close to 29-30 minutes. If I take around 50 babies per minute born, means my end of 30 minutes video, it is 1500 babies born across India. It's a very kind of a scary situation in India. Some political system might be smiling, some might be thinking that until or unless we make a kind of a rule or population policies in force, it will be a very kind of a dangerous situation. After few years, now we are 142 crores, another 15 years or 20 years the population will be doubled in India. Globally the same situation. Until or unless we make a kind of a policies and control the birth, country will have cascade effect another 15-20 years. Both food, shelter, education, healthcare, many other issues, they are going to face those challenges. We are not talking about that part. If you see in the Afghanistan, almost same situation, because of they are not qualified, there is no education, they only know the guns. The question is from where they are getting those guns, probably that one need to understand. And those are very, very expensive guns. The animation from where they are getting, who are supplying. So we talk about the democracy, it is known to everybody who are supplying those guns to those Talibanis. Now we are talking, we are just crying. Many activists, common people are very much sympathetic towards the Afghanis or the common people. I have the equal sympathy. But who made this mess for last 100 years? So it is not a kind of a healthy situation. Every time the Afghanistan was targeted, Arabian countries, destabilization, there are mass migration that is taking place because of those things. And what is happening in these Rohingyas are coming to Bangladesh, coming to in India, their population, many other issues, they are facing those problems, they are not able to control it. Until or unless a country is having policy or birth control, many other things. So why any country is going to take their burden? That is what the question is. Where is the question of humanitarian ground? That is what I am not able to understand. The people who talk about internationalism, humanity and all those things, why Americans are not taking the entire Afghanistan people? They can hire few chartered plane and take the entire 75 lakhs population to their entire country and feed them. Whether they are ready to do it? No, they are not ready to do it. They know how to throw it and how to use them, and at right time how to throw and create a kind of a panicking situation for the common people. Friends, it is needless to say that this democracy is a nice word. I have made many videos of this democracy, democratic values, the theoretical part. It looks very nice. Similar way, it looks very nice. The communism also, Marxism, Hegel's, all those people, it very looks nice. But when it comes to implementation, not a single thing that has been obeyed or understood by the actual theory. Theory is something, practice is something. World has seen many dictators. Stalin, now North Korea, now what you are seeing in China. All those things is a part of economic aggression. If their philosophy is so good and they believe in all kind of philosophies, that why a country